Thank you all very much for being here.
Many back in Washington have more foreign policy experience than Clinton, but she doesn't let anyone work harder. The Afghan trip was typically brutal. She spent 27 hours on the ground, had countless meetings.
You've solved everything?
Plus interviews and speeches.
General, I think they want you to come in with the ambassador and me.
I'm ready, ma'am.
And then on departure, she stopped to see the troops.
You got something you want me to sign?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Whoa, look at you.
This is exactly what the president got in return for swallowing the bitterness of the campaign and reaching out to Clinton. She's the only person in American politics with global star power close to his own. She can pack a room anywhere. A few secretaries of state have been famous. None has been a first-name celebrity like Hillary.
Long way home.
Long way home, but, you know, at the end of a good day, you feel like it's, you know, worth going home and feeling positive about where we are in the world.
After you.
Thank you.
In 16 months, she's flown the equivalent of almost 12 times around the world, 54 countries so far. Her plane goes by the call sign SAM for Special Air Mission. At night, leaving Kabul, the windows were shaded to make SAM less of a target. Secure communications are wedged in, and across the aisle is the burn bag, stuffed with national secrets, now reclassified trash. At the State Department, Secretary Clinton is credited with raising budgets and morale. She let ours be the first television cameras inside her office, which is filled with mementos of courageous women.
Eleanor Roosevelt, one of my all-time favorite women.
She's carved out women's rights as her own foreign policy priority. Maybe that's why she accepted this office after losing the one she really wanted. From here, she can still reach places where women suffer. She went to the Democratic Republic of Congo, where 250,000 women have been raped in the war. And watch what happened in Congo when she got this translated question from a man.
What does Mr. Clinton think through the mouth of Mrs. Clinton?
Wait, you want me to tell you what my husband thinks? My husband is not the Secretary of State. I am. So you ask my opinion, I will tell you my opinion. I'm not going to be channeling my husband.
You felt it was expressed from a viewpoint of gender bigotry, so to speak.
That's the way I heard it, yes. And since I believe strongly that one of the great moral, economic, political, and cultural challenges and unfinished business of the 21st century are the rights and aspirations of women and girls, I am going to stand up for that principle. We must declare with one voice that women's progress is human progress, and human progress is women's progress, once and for all.
We were with her at the United Nations honoring International Women's Day when we ran into Madeleine Albright, who became the first woman Secretary of State under Bill Clinton.
What did you tell her?
About being Secretary of State, that it was the best job in the world.
She did say that.
Do you agree at this point?
Well, it's an extraordinary job.
You didn't say best.
It's not the job she wanted, but it is the best of her career.
And let me thank my dear friend, Secretary Clinton. I almost said President Clinton.
Whatever the title, Clinton now means Hillary, not Bill, who stands in her shadow. Walking into the West Wing, now carrying only the foreign policy portfolio, her popularity is higher than her boss's. Obama's approval rating is 51%. She's at 77%. But continued success may very well depend on the plots of terrorists, both overseas and here at home.
Nobody wants to see something tragic happen again, but we know that every single day the bad guys are out there and they want to come after us.
This is becoming a trend. People used to ask why they hadn't attacked us in the United States since 9/11. The answer is now they are, and they're doing it every couple of months. And I wonder if there's anything about U.S. foreign policy that needs to change in your estimation to put more pressure on these terrorist groups where they live, like in Pakistan.
Well, we are doing that, and we're increasing it. We're expecting more from it. This is a global threat. We have probably the best police work in the world, but we are also the biggest target, and therefore we just have to be better than everybody else.